What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to another Sunday Night Live. And we got a guest tonight that we'll be bringing on shortly. So let's wait for some people to get here.
Yes. I was going to go to my Ruthless murderers, but I'm not an admin there, so. Well, there's two people, and I think I'm one of them.
It's you know it is. You guys take a few minutes to get here, so let us know that you're here.
Yeah, so we can say hi. Hi, Adrian. Thank you for being here. I think it's just us.
Nope. Here we go. Those who glamp together.
Hey,
what's up, guys?
Hey, thank you for being here.
Overland RVers. Hey.
Hey.
Hope you guys are doing good. This is my first time with you. Oh,
hi. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
All right. Make sure you hit that like, that like button.
Oh, no, there she goes.
No, we're not doing this, dog.
There she goes.
And, yeah, that helps us a lot. And, all right, we got some more people. Let us know that you're here. All right. So tonight,
oh my Lord, she's starting again.
Tonight we're gonna have the Broken Nomad, and we'll talk a little bit about boondocking, safety. You know, if you're out there camping, just doing that kind of stuff. Oh, look at this. Honey says it. Oh, she was saying hello earlier.
She's always saying hello. You know, you guys know how it goes. The minute we come on here, it's like a button. It sets her off to start barking and start her shenanigans.
Can we see the puppy? Sure.
Yes.
Come on. All right.
Say hi to everybody.
She's a miniature pincher.
She's the rotten.
She's a miniature pincher, but she's a red, so she looks like a chihuahua in a way. But
and she's spoiled rotten.
Hey, Gravely Train. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming on.
Hi guys. How are you guys doing?
That's it.
We saw you guys were in our old neighborhood. They were northern Georgia.
Squishy face, yeah.
She does. She's spoiled rotten by someone that's not me.
Yep, that's fine. Somebody's gotta do it. But she listens to me and not her, so. All right.
She'll listen to you.
She's trying to jump. Hey, Calvin, how you doing?
Hey, Calvin. Thank you for being here.
Oh, nice.
Hello,
thanks for coming on.
OG.
We appreciate it.
Our 4K crew. Thank you for being here.
So, let's talk a little bit about Campover.
About some of the stuff going on, yes. We are almost at full capacity for our second annual Campover, and I cannot believe it. I'm it's blown away, guys, because we pretty much got the whole campground. Yeah. Now, it's granted, it's not a big campground. It's what, maybe 40 sites or so?
Something like that.
But we're almost at full capacity. I think there's like 3 or 4 sites left. And she said that as the camp owner said that as some of her permanent residents, sometimes as some of them leave, that she will have more spots.
Right.
So for now, those are last minute spots. But for right now, I believe there's 3 spots available. So if you want to come camp with us for our second annual Campover, please make sure that you email me.
Well, or we're going to put the link down below for the registration.
Yes.
But here's Ruth's email.
Because this is it. Once we are to full capacity, that is it.
Yep.
And you don't want to miss out on the fun, because last year we had an amazing time. Last year we had 38 rigs.
Yeah, close to 40, yeah.
And we had such a great time. We had such an amazing time. It was we had a fire at the end of every night.
So that's the big deal. That's why it's called the Campover, because and our logo is the fire, because the biggest thing with us is we want to build a community. We want to get to know all of you guys who are out there watching us, and we get to know you. So every night we have a fire that we all get around and gather around, and just everybody gets to know each other, and we have a good time.
And just in case, for anybody who wants to know where we got the name, the camp over from, tell them.
It wasn't exactly from that, but it was the camp over, but then the logo is similar to.
Do you have a picture of the logo?
I don't know if I do. Let me see. Probably not.
Let's see if I see it and if I have it. Well, it's on there on the shirt. So you see at the bottom of the shirt. Well, this is this year's.
The camp over and the flame. That's our logo for it. And then I'm like, oh, the camp over. Oh wait, it sounds like the Hangover. So the movie. So I made it similar, a little different.
But we don't want to get sued, though. Cool. We changed it a little bit, but camp over, like hangover and sleeping over, and it's all about the fire. It's all about the community. It's all about spending time with our subscribers and our friends and our camping family. And we had such an amazing time last year because it was all about you guys. It wasn't about us.
Listen, it was January. It was right on the border of Georgia, Florida, but it's still cold January. So it was nice for most of the time. One night got in the 40s, which for a lot of people that are from Florida, that was, but it was fun. It was the fires kept everybody warm, and
and everybody got to know everyone. And when it was over, we did not want to go home. You know that when you don't want to go home, it was a good time. Yeah. So this year we're having 4 days. It's from the 22nd of May to the 26th.
So Memorial Day weekend, and it's going to be carnival themed, not like Carnival from Brazil, but
not the risque,
not that one.
Not the risque carnival.
But it's going to be,
even though that would have been fun. That would have been fun. Yep. Can you imagine?
Hey, Sir Rich, how you doing? Thanks for coming on.
So it's going to be. Thanks for being here. So it's going to be carnival games, carnival food.
There'll be a dunk tank there. Miss Ruth is going to be sitting in,
and you too.
Yeah, me too. But...
And we're going to have all types of carnival food like elephant ears, fried dough, popcorn, cotton candy, hot dogs, hamburgers. So it's just going to be a lot of fun.
There may be some fried Oreos in there somewhere. I don't know for sure yet, but we're looking into that too.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. Saturday will be the fun day where everyone dresses up as their favorite carnival character. So, like, I'm going to be the ringleader. And
no, I'm not going to be the bearded lady.
No, who said that? You said that.
You keep saying that to me. I'll bring tequila for no.
So, we'll make it one. Yep, we're going to have another one, and maybe you guys can get to that one.
Yes, I will definitely go. I'll bring the tequila for the no ropes. Okay, okay. We're going to have sack races. What else?
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time, a really good time.
So,
clowns, we're going to have clowns. We're going to have all kinds of stuff.
I'll leave that one alone. So, yeah, listen, we're going to put the link in the description. I don't know. I think I might have already, but after this, go check it out. It'll be there. If not, you can email Ruth at rvlifeproductions.com, and she'll get back to you. Or go to our Facebook group, RV Life.
With Adrian Camp over. And you can just join it. It's our group is free. We always have any kind of meetups, not just ours. We share our friends' meetups there too. We also have another group called RVing in Georgia, where if you are local to Georgia, you can come and camp with us. And we have a big group that gets together. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. We're getting ready to go back on the road. She hit something.
Oh man!
Sorry, guys.
Here we go.
We're getting ready to go back on the road. We have the Alliance Rally coming up, and we're so excited about it.
Yeah,
I don't know about you. I'm excited about it because I get to lay in the lazy river. I get to.
It's either waterfront, a pool, or lazy river. That's she's like that. So, all right, let's go through some of these comments real quick, and then we'll bring up our guests. Let's see. Patty's art in the van. Right?
Hi, Patty.
Nice
How are you?
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Welcome, and it's good to meet you. I'm sorry about my dog. My dog is
Hey, Jane and Tony, what's going on?
Hey, Jane. Hey. Thank you for being here, guys.
Yep. All right. So housekeeping is done, and now let's bring on. Make sure you guys hit that like button, please.
We are so we were like excited about our guest because we we always have your typical RVer here, and he's just not any old RVer.
Yep. So we try to cover all the bases on the different types of guests and make it interesting for our viewers and for our community. So a lot of people know about regular camping. We know a little bit about boondocking, not as much as I want to.
We don't know anything about tent camping.
Well, yeah, no, that's
like
well, you're gonna know pretty soon. Stay tuned for that.
I still have
She's
to
gonna do her camping. Well,
still okay. So about a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years, and I haven't forgotten. If you're watching this on a replay, I was challenged by one of our subscribers to tent camp for 24 hours. Well, I was like, not only can I do it for 24 hours, I can do it for 48 hours. Well, I opened my big mouth before I really thought about what camping entailed, and so I will do it. Before this summer, before it starts getting hot, I am going to do that challenge.
Right. Yep. Right on our property. So.
No, well, if I do it on my property, you're going to do it with me.
Oh, I'm going to be filming.
Because there's too many snakes there.
There's no snakes.
Yes, there is snakes.
The dogs don't bother me. I have to. Yeah, she just does this when we go live. No other time.
It's the only time she does it, when we go live. Like, it's like something flips in her. They're going live.
Hey, Alan Y. What's up, Tony?
Hey.
Hope you guys enjoyed your bourbon and beer.
Yeah.
I'll call you later to tell you the story. We got Val in the house.
Hey, Val, the solar.
What's going on? Hey,
how are you, Val?
Willie,
Willie, we missed you, Willie. We missed you in the last live. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and bring up our buddy here, the Broken Nomad, aka Kevin. So here we go. What's going on?
Howdy, y'all.
Hi.
So there's the brat barking. So we appreciate you coming on.
Definitely.
No problem, man. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through some things. Well, he's gonna go through some things, and we're gonna learn a lot too.
Yeah.
Along with
and then
guys,
we're all gonna go through a certain other thing.
Well, listen, when I'm ready to do my challenge, I'm going to be reaching out to you because I don't even know what kind of tent to buy, what kind of sleeping bag I need. He
wants to put a whole bedroom in that tent.
I sure do.
Just
and if it's
pile up some leaves and just you'll be fine.
There you go. There you
go.
I think that's perfect. You see?
No.
So we got
maybe a wool blanket. That'll keep you warm.
I found a cot on TikTok shop, and it's really, really, really cushioned.
I guess it's got to last one night, so I guess it will, right? Being from TikTok.
Adrian, that light you're using is from TikTok?
Yeah, but it's in real brands.
Well, it's a real brand too.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little background and how you guys are camping and and that kind of stuff, and then we'll go through it.
Wow, I've been camping since before I was born. My father was a big outdoorsman since he was a young kid. So when my parents got married, even before they got married, they would go camping. My mom got pregnant with me; they'd still go camping. So I've been kind of camping all my life.
Nice.
And then in the military, we did the military version of camping, which is a whole different
thing.
Experience. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, so growing up, I was camping, doing everything with my father, hunting, fishing, trapping, hiking, all the things. So I've done it once or twice. I read a book once.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, just kind of life.
Sorry
about that. Oh my Lord. What is your favorite type of camping? If you had to pick, what's your favorite type of camping? Like tent camping, RV, van, whatever of all the camping you've done.
So I no longer tent camp because my back is shot and I can no longer sleep on the rocks. But I did that for years.
Hmm.
I've slept in or on pretty much everything. I mean, I've slept on top of a picnic table for a
Oh
weekend
my
when I
God.
was,
See,
well, I was involved in a Boy Scout troop, and one of the scouts, so I forget what happened, so I let him sleep in my tent with his battle buddy. So I just slept on top of the picnic table.
aw,
It wouldn't be the worst thing I've ever slept on before, so
Yeah.
it's no big deal. But I've slept in campers, and we've grown up. We've had campers of all different kinds, pop-ups, fifth wheels, travel trailers, everything. I had a 6x8 off-road camper I lived in for a little while. That was a
Nice.
little tight. Back in my pickup truck I lived in for, I don't know, almost a year. And now I got the
nice,
van. So,
nice. You currently now have a van?
yes, actually, I currently own a van. The van is currently in Pennsylvania getting uploaded or getting upfitted with a four-wheel drive system on it quickly.
Are you showing a picture of his van?
So, was this your trailer you're talking about?
Yep, that was the trailer at the 6x8 off-road coffin is what I used to call it.
Oh my goodness. How long did you live in that for?
Just under a year.
Wow. Under a year. I don't know if
Yeah,
I
it was a
can
little
do
tight.
that.
It was a
I'd
little
say
tight.
that.
But I
Yeah.
had my fridge, I had solar, I had everything in the truck, whatever wouldn't fit in that little camper.
Nice.
So, it was okay. You live and learn. I learned since I worked behind a keyboard all day long. That thing was definitely too small to sit
Oh
on
my-
the floor and type on a keyboard for more than about 2 seconds. So that's when I
Oh man.
made the decision, okay, this is nice in Texas when it's warm and nice out, but not when it's raining out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, let's move into the van.
Come here. Get over
I'm
So
sorry.
I'll have that
here.
done in a few months, and then I can go even more places because it'll
Yeah.
have actual four-wheel drive on it. So get up in the
So
mountains, far away from people, and fly
Yeah.
fish and explore.
Nice.
yeah, I've never done fly fishing. Being here in Georgia, there's a lot of it. I don't know how to do it. I've always, living in Florida for so many years, just getting in a boat and go saltwater fishing. That was
Hmm.
what I like to do. But if you could take me to a lake, I have no idea. So,
If we meet up, I will show you. I'll give you a crash course in fly fishing.
all right.
It's all on the wrist, and that's really all you need to know.
We do that one right there.
All right. So let's go through some of these real
If
quick.
anybody has any questions, just put them in the comments, and we'll.
We'll pop 'em up.
Hey, welcome, adventures from adversity. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Val says you must be Army. Booyah!
Yeah, she was Army as well.
I was actually a triple dipper. I served in 3 branches. The last one being the Army. Yep.
Oh my God, really?
She could tell by the patch, I'm sure.
Oh my God! Well, thank you for your service all 3 times.
Yep. We are from Pennsylvania, we're in Florida now. We are full time.
RV family of 4 plus our cat.
Nice. Let's see. What's the worst thing you slept on?
What's the
Mud.
worst thing you slept on?
Mud.
Mud.
I could imagine that because it keeps shifting while you're
Oh
trying
my
to sleep.
God.
It sucks the warmth out of your body that quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Yep.
Mud? I don't know. I don't think I could sleep on mud.
I
think-
no, not anymore. You
So I
couldn't
think
pay
the
me.
worst thing I ever slept on was when I was in the Navy, being on a flight deck. Our helicopters would be the first to leave, last to come back. So we
Yep.
would sitting beside the helicopters waiting for it to come back,
Mhm.
and you would fall asleep in there, and they would open the door, and you knew how to wake up like you were not sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wake up, jump out that quick. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Or you learn how to sleep standing up.
We did. Yeah, we used to march to morning chow sleeping while we're marching. Yeah.
Stop it.
So well, thank you
Battle
3
buddy.
times.
And you said battle buddy, yeah. Val is ex army, also
Yep.
retired. Mud, that is the worst than the picnic table, I guess. Yes, it really, really is.
Hey,
The only thing worse than that was
going
mud
on?
when it was raining, because the rain gets
Oh.
you, and the mud. It was not the
That was
most
that when
pleasant
you were in the
times to
service?
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Adventure University. Thank you for your service. Yeah,
So
thank you.
I know this, but just so everybody knows, where did your name, the Broken Nomad, come from?
Because I've been through the ringer physically. In fact, I'm still recuperating from back surgery. My medical file is probably about that thick. Knees, ankles, shoulders, neck, back, hearing, you name it. Yeah, so I got the body of a 190-year-old and the mind of a 2-year-old sometimes, and yeah, I got to be careful sometimes. I bend over to pick up
Yeah.
a pencil, and I'm flat on my back for another week.
Yeah, I got sciatica thing, and just putting a backpack in the back seat the wrong way, I'm out for a week sometimes. So it's
Yep.
it's too much.
That's why everything stays in the van. I don't have to lift it or move it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am not quite yet I have bionic eyes now because I just had cataract surgery, and now I don't need glasses for the first time in my life, which is awesome.
After cataract surgery, it is almost like you are bionic.
Well, the lenses he gave me, my doc hooked me up. He threw in all the fancy bells and whistles, UV protection and blue light protection.
Oh, he gave you the good ones, huh? Not the regular insurance.
Yeah, so I got the good ones, yeah.
Close it all the way.
All right, you get
She's being. I am so sorry, guys. She is being rotten to the core today. Today is like. Oh.
Anyways, sorry.
It says wow. Gravely Train says wow mud.
Yeah, mud sucks.
Hi Crystal. Hi, that's my daughter. Hi Rob. Like the live, Honey doesn't seem happy. Honey's never happy when we're live. It's like something in the minute she sees us like setting up for a live, it's like something in her clicks and she starts just acting up. I don't know what it is. She just like she doesn't like it. Like, okay.
So we have a question here for you.
Okay.
Where's the best place you ever camped?
Wow. The best place I've ever camped?
Yes.
The best could mean a whole lot of things. So I'll say probably New York State. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, there's so many states I've been camping in or sleeping overnight outside in. New York State, I've done it a lot. I mean, there's New York State, there's Pennsylvania, Kansas, California, Texas.
We've never been to California. We want to go to California. Well, I've been in California, but not the camp.
Yeah.
The Pacific Coast. We want to go all that way.
So, as far as you're good at survival and all that kind of stuff. So, what kind of tips can you give people that are maybe wanting to go boondocking or they're just getting into RVing? Like, I mean, we've been doing it for a while,
but we're not like boondockers at all. Like, we need survival 101 to start boondocking because
here's the really quick version of it.
Okay.
Don't get sucked into buying all the cool gadgets and gear and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You take this with you everywhere you go. So use it. Before you get into a situation, stop for a second and think about it. Put yourself in scenarios while you're driving. What would I do if? I mean, I've driven all across the country. You got hours and hours and hours. You can only listen to the radio for so long before you get tired of it. I just
Yeah.
play the game. What would I do if? And I'll drive by an accident. What would I do if that was me? What do I have with me? What if I'm not in cell phone range? Do I have, do I have a PLB, an emergency signal beacon? Do I have one of
Okay.
those? What do I
We
have
need
with me? What could I
we
get that would help me in that situation? It's not always about the gear. The gear and gadgets kind of help make it fun, but knowing what to do, what
You
not to do,
how to
how to
respond.
react, how
Yeah.
to stay calm, how not to panic. So, recognize I feel kind of wishy about the site that I'm in. Learn to trust your gut. But you take this everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So use
Well,
it to your full potential.
that's happened to us
that's
once
a good that's a
with
good that's a good way of putting it.
the
That's a good
site.
way of putting it.
We went to this campground that was built in the 40s or something. And our, we had a travel trailer that was 35 foot, and that thing barely fit.
The thing is that I always trust me, from that day on I learned. I always made the arrangements, and sometimes I would look at the site, like actually look at the site, look at directions and everything, look at what other people would say. And this one, I just wanted water, water view.
And it wasn't. It was in the middle of the woods. There was a little creek that you couldn't even see because everything was overgrown.
But the thing is
that I mean, we just left. So
no, and it was the other one too. The one that we almost went over, the mountain that we had to turn around.
I don't remember that one, but
the one we had to turn around on that the guy tells you.
Same one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean that's some good advice. I mean, it's you do have long drives sometimes, so it's good to think about some of the stuff to figure it out. So,
what is that thing that you said there? The beacon thing. What is that called again?
It's a personal locator beacon, and basically it has the antenna built into it. I need to undo this. It has the antenna, and all you do is you hit one button, and unlike the Spot, the PLB, I have my other one here on my table somewhere here. It's another one, but this one actually sends out a homing beacon. So this is monitored globally by every government agency, literally in the world, and it sends out a homing beacon. And if you register for free in the U.S. with NOAA, the National Oceanic NOAA, NOAA.
The
You register for
hurricane
free. Yeah, you put in any like medical information that somebody needs to know about. So having been on search and rescue and used to being a team trainer, we would get a call out for a beacon. We've had it several times, and we get notified, oh, this person is a diabetic or they have heart. So we know, oh, we need to make sure we bring extra stuff when we get deployed to go search for them.
So we have to invest in something like that.
And these, I mean, you can buy these on Amazon for like $200. The only thing you gotta keep in mind with these is about every 2 years, you gotta send it back so they can replace the battery, because it's not a battery that I can take out and replace.
Right.
And that's it.
I mean, just imagine if that saved your life. That $200 does not seem like anything, like not anything. It's for something that could literally save your life.
Let me ask you this. Now, like we have, our personal phones, we have T-Mobile, and now T-Mobile will work with Starlink as long as you have clear view to sky. So what do you think about that? I mean, right now it's just texting, but this is more secure because until they figure that technology out more, I think this is a better way to go, right?
Because so without getting too technical and detailed, things like the Zoleo, which I have here somewhere. Nope, here it is. So I also have a Zoleo. So
Okay.
this kind of works almost the same way. You hit the SOS button, or you can hit an I'm okay button, and it'll send a text with your location to the contacts that you pre-configure, and it's got a phone app. You pair it to your phone and all that fun stuff. But this does
Nice.
not send out a homing beacon.
So they don't know where you
So
are.
once you press the button, where this physical device was, when you press the button, it sends out one time the Google Map pin.
Right.
That's it. Then these are two different systems that work kind of the same, but also very different
Yeah.
under the hood.
Yeah.
Again, this sends a constant homing beacon. So if I press this button
That's
and then
way
I walk
better.
5
Yeah.
miles,
Yeah.
the people looking for me can see that I've walked 5 miles and here I am.
Right. Right.
This is good. They both have, there's pros and cons to each. There's no texting with this. There's no sending an I'm okay with this. This is a hit the button, life or death, and this is the one to use.
So somebody asked,
yes, this one works globally around the world. They have a different version of this for boating that'll work on the open sea.
Yep, I've seen
these will work. Yeah, these will work globally all around the world. And then this, it says it works globally. The network is a privately owned network. But yeah, there's more rescues from these activations than there are from these.
Nice.
And this one is a buy once, you're done, $200.
Right.
This was $150, and I think it's $15 a month that I got to pay for it.
Oh,
yeah.
So now, when they do the battery, do you have to pay to pay for a new battery?
They just send it back. They fix the battery and they send it back to you. So you got to pay shipping, and that's it.
Right. But that's minimal.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and put the information for that in the description. So anybody who wants to go back, because I know I would like to get that.
Send me a link to it or whatever so that I can add it.
Definitely.
And then to answer your question originally about the cell phones, iPhones had that capability when you're not in range of either Wi-Fi or cell signal. And then again, it's only texting. But again, that's not a true SOS because who's monitoring on the other end?
Right.
There's no guarantee. I mean, these things, when you hit a button, someone who gets paid to monitor waiting for these to come in, they pick up the phone based on your location. They activate the state police, the SAR teams, whoever needs to be notified. Guaranteed, that's going to happen. That's what their job is. The cell phone thing, it's nice to tell someone, hey, honey, I'm going to be late. I broke my leg. Maybe call the cops and have them find me. But that's, again, there's a big difference between RVing or boondocking and then camping on your own where you're going to come back home and there's someone waiting for you. I could talk for months about this stuff.
Another thing is though, and then with the cell phone is, what if your phone dies, right? Yeah, so how long is the capability of that? How long is the battery good on that?
Well, this battery will last for 2 years.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Send it back. And again, you're only using this on life and death. You hit that button.
That's true. So
you're not looking at social media and stuff.
You don't want to shut up. It's not like
and
the cell
this
phone,
one. This one you plug in via USB-C. You charge it. I keep this in my van, and I make sure it's always charged. And I don't need. You can pair it to your phone for contacts and everything, but you don't need the phone to activate this.
Nice.
So
nice.
Like I said, there's pros and cons to both of them, and they both have ideal situations for use versus not the best use case for each of them. So having a few different options, having options is always a good thing. Having only one option, and then sometimes you've heard the expression 2 is 1, 1 is none. I'd rather have 2 options. One of them fails, so now I only have one option. Versus I only have one option that fails. Now I'm screwed.
Yeah.
when you go camping, what are your, I would say, what are your top 3 or top 5 things that I would say that's one of them, your must-haves that you must always like have with you, you know, because you never know. Like,
So that goes back to what I mentioned before is you never leave the house without this. That
right,
includes planning. So if
right,
I'm going to go camping somewhere, I tell people where I'm going to go. I tell them, before I was living on the road, I'd say, hey, I'm going to be at this campsite or at this trailhead. I expect to be back Sunday at 6 p.m.
Yep.
I used to give a class that's a full day class and all the ins and outs, but telling people where I am, and if I'm not home by this time, or if you don't get a phone call from me saying, hey, I'm on the way home, I'm good. If you don't hear from me, don't wait. Call this number. Either it's going to be the state police, 911, depending
Right.
on where you are, what resources are in that area, but call someone and then say, hey, my friend, boyfriend, husband, niece, nephew, cousin, whoever was supposed to be back, haven't heard, and they said if I don't hear from them to call you guys, this is the vehicle they're driving, this is where they were. I mean, there's a lot of information. You can fill out a hiking plan that has all
Yep.
this information, and then you leave it with them. You leave it with 2 people that don't live together, because if they wind up going out for dinner and forget, that way they can just hand that piece of paper to whoever shows up at the door wanting more information. It's got your
right,
vehicle, your license plate, any special medical conditions that they need to be aware of.
right, right,
What kind of gear
right,
you have with you? Do you have a first aid kit? Do you have, whatever? There's all that. Where are you planning to go? You're going to park here, but are you going to walk in 10 miles? Or are you going to
right,
walk 500 feet to a campsite and sit there for the entire weekend?
Right.
Like, there's
right,
all that that's on there. You just hand it to them. And as a person doing the rescuing or the search and rescuing, that we only got one of those one time, and it was just finally
yeah.
somebody who thought about this, and it
Yeah.
made it so much easier all the way around.
Don't you? You
So
should write a
letting
book.
people
Like,
know, I mean, I've given classes on this stuff. I've written classes on this. When I have all this free time, I'm going to finish putting all these things to online classes, see how that works out,
yes, yes, yes.
and then go from there. But writing a
So
book, I mean, there's I don't know, I don't have that patience
Ebook.
to sit there and write a book on this.
Yeah, right.
pretty soon AI will do it for you.
Yeah, I know, right, right. And talking
Don't even
about
get me started
first
on that.
first aid.
Well, let's go over this question. I think it's just a comment. You can
Yeah.
also send your latitude, longitude.
Yeah,
Coordinated
so
trust
that's
contact.
this
Yeah.
does that automatically. You could also send a pin from Google Maps to somebody. Anything you can do to let somebody know where you are. I mean, anything you can do is good. By
Well,
not telling anybody.
my daughter that's here, but sometimes that could be bad. I always have my location shared with her, so that, especially since we travel
Yeah, so
full
she can kind
time,
of know where we
so
are.
that she can kind of know where we're at. Even though sometimes she's like,
What were you doing there?
why are you sitting there? Why are you eating out 2 nights in a row? And I'm like, I'm gonna turn these locations off.
I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. You can buy air tags. I have an air tag in my van. There's lots and lots. I mean, I could literally talk about this stuff for months because there's so many different things. I can tell you. In fact, remind me before we finish tonight. I'll leave a cliffhanger. Remind me about the tinfoil trick. And no, I don't mean a tinfoil hat. I mean a tin. I'll explain in later detail, but
Okay.
The tinfoil.
It's a very good thing to do when you're going to go on a hike somewhere, you're going to go camping. I'll explain it in full toward the end.
Okay.
So something to look forward to.
So I definitely want to know about this.
So let's talk a little bit about this, because I think
yes,
a lot of us have them. A lot of us just grab whatever, and what are the more important things that should be in here?
Again, it goes back to you can have a big first aid kit with all the things. If you don't know how to use what's in it, it's useless.
Right.
So
That's so true. Ours,
take a
ours is
basic first
probably
aid class, take a CPR class, and I always recommend build your own first aid kit so you know exactly what's in it.
ours is
Okay,
probably
we're
got
gonna go
everything
through this. Yeah, we're
except
gonna go
the
through
band-aid
this.
because I've used all the band-aids in there.
Yeah, you can get kits that say, oh, 200-piece kit, and it's 190 band-aids from World War One.
So this
Yes.
is a 351 piece kit. Got it at Costco or Sam's or one of those.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good deal, but we wanted to at least have something rather than nothing.
And we've used it for cuts and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I mean, there's aspirin, there's non-aspirin, hand sanitizer. Eye wash.
Eye wash. I definitely know how to use this. I used to work for ophthalmologist. There's gloves. I mean, there are still some band-aids.
Antiseptic wipes.
There's look at this one. Sterile trauma hydrogel burn dressing.
Yep.
So
it's a pretty decent one.
You know how to use a burn dressing if I get burned? Ruth?
Well, I don't know. I think you open it and you probably throw it on the burn, right?
Insect stinging relief.
Mm-hmm. So I have two kits.
A CPR.
People,
I do know how to do CPR.
Yeah.
I'll say take a basic class on basic first aid. Take a class on CPR, and take a class called Stop the Bleed. That one is normally free. And it's hour and a half, 2 hour classes, depending on who puts it on.
She couldn't take that class or do it in real life because she would pass out before she would stop the bleed. Because you pass out when you see blood.
But those are three basic classes that I would focus on those classes because you get really foundational, basic information.
Well, at least I know.
The more classes you want to take,
yeah.
I guess you'll have to ditch the hat. Ditch the hat.
Who said that?
So bear with me here.
Okay, let's see. So
this is my trauma kit.
It looks like an EMT. This looks like
ours looks like a generic one.
So this is the actual kit that I bring with me all the time.
Right.
It's in my backpack. And for everyone says that I can't afford it or whatever, here's my first aid kit. It's a Ziploc bag.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I have Band-Aids. I've got all the different basic things. I got some Benadryl. I got some stingy swabs. I have tape. I have eye rolls. I have Band-Aids, gauze, a thermometer, all the basic things that you would need. Right. I got a boo-boo. I got a cut. I got this. I got that. Pretty much this bag will take care of 90% of that stuff. For
That's
the other
awesome.
parts, for the other more serious things, that's where this one comes in handy. And this one, the stuff in there, you definitely need training on.
Right.
But again, this is all for me.
Right.
I don't carry stuff to use for somebody else.
Yeah.
This is all for me because, I come first before anybody else. My safety and all that. So if I'm injured and somebody else is injured, I need to fix me so that I can then help somebody else.
That's true. That's a really good point. Very good point. Patty said, I took an old makeup bag and made my own kit. Good thinking. Good thinking.
Whatever works.
Good thinking. And
the biggest thing is having it with you and then going through it.
I also have a kit for my dog. You know what? We don't have a kit for our dog. We have to make one.
Well, but I'll let you do that one. All right.
And then the other thing is going through it because some of these things.
Yeah, expiration.
Like Benadryl will expire. Some of these things are going to expire. So
I think some of ours, we have to go through there too. Some of ours.
So what I do is every quarter, either on a Saturday or a Sunday, I don't watch TV, but I'll put a movie on or throw a video on YouTube or something. And as I'm watching it, I'll just sit here and go through my bag. A, repack it, because if I've gone in there and used things, okay,
Yeah.
things shift around. I want to know where things are. So it does a couple things. What's
Right.
expired, what's leaking, what
Right.
broke, what ripped, what got punctured,
Right.
inventory your stuff again.
Right.
Also, it reminds you where everything is, because if you have
Right.
a
Yeah.
big bag and don't know where the band-aids are, and it takes you half an hour to find them, or a tourniquet. If you don't know where the
Yep.
tourniquet
Yeah.
is, you
Yeah.
got maybe 2 minutes. You need to know where the tourniquets are. So
Yep.
knowing where these things are in your bag or bags. So just every quarter, pick a time
If
period.
you,
It takes a
what if
half
you
hour.
don't have what if you don't have a tourniquet? What could you
You just
use
go on
instead?
Google and you go to North American Rescue. Go to NorthAmericanRescue.com and buy the cat tourniquets. Don't buy them on Amazon, because most of those are the cheap Chinese ones and they snap when you're putting them on. And no, so get a cat tourniquet. They've been around, they've been tested the whole time in GWAT. They were the first one to make the list, and they're the ones that have been on there the longest. They've been tested in combat for the last however long they've been around.
Right. So we're gonna
Those are the ones that work.
We're gonna get all this information from you, and we're gonna list it all in the description where everyone can go.
And Ruth will also post it on our
Yes,
the Camp Over group.
Yes.
Cool.
Definitely, because this is all like stuff that you don't think about. Like we take that for granted. What if we're somewhere?
The other thing that people, I don't want to say don't think about, but they really don't think about it. It depends where you are and when you are. For example, summer in Florida, you're going to want and need different things than you would need or want in winter in Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of it depends on not only where you are, but when you are.
Agreed.
Right.
So having, specific, that's why I don't like buying an off-the-shelf kit, because I'm going to have to add and take away stuff.
Right.
No kit is ever going to have everything that I need or want. So, it costs a little bit more money to put one together. But when you're done, it has everything that you need and none of the crap that you don't.
That's a good point, because if you buy it, you're going to end up taking stuff out and adding to it anyway. So that's just probably double the amount, you're going to spend.
I mean, most people will just buy it and put it in their vehicle and never look at it again until they need it. And then they realize, oh, yeah, this doesn't have any, I got things in here. I've got triangular bandages. I've got Tagaderm. So Tagaderm, basically, I get a cut. I want to, fix it up. Tagaderm, I slap that on. I can see through it. So if it starts to get infected, I can see through it. Where if you just bandage it up, you got to take the bandage off, which there's a time and place for that as well. But for me, it just makes it easier. But there's, moleskin. What happens if you're on a hike and you get a blister? How do you know how to take care of a blister? Most times, the only thing to treat a blister in a normal off-the-shelf kit is a safety pin. And you need more than safety pins. So,
no, that's a burn.
Toothpaste. Oh, wait, that's a burn. Or as a Hispanic people would say, Vicks.
Vicks comes in handy. So when I was on the ambulance, we would carry Vicks.
Really?
Not to use it as you think you would. We would take it and dab it under our nose.
Yes.
To kill the smell. And I'll just leave it at that.
Well, listen, I did that too, because remember, I worked with ophthalmologists, so I was right here in people's faces. So we did that trick too, right underneath the nose.
Yeah, right on the nose, and it works.
It does work.
Let's go through some comments real quick here.
I was gonna say, does anybody have any questions? I'm kind of trying to keep up with the.
Any other questions?
Hey, Eddie. Hey, thanks for
these RV streets.
Hey guys. Polysporin expires. Ask me how I know. Yes, it does expire.
And
use your shirt. Yes. Use your shirt.
I mean, it all depends. So one of the courses I teach or used to teach, is wilderness first aid, wilderness first responder, wilderness EMT. So yes, there's things you could use. Are there things that work better? Always. But in a pinch, my thing is if you didn't plan, you should never have to come to a situation where, oh, I can just snap a tree limb off and use some rope and make a tourniquet. Maybe that'll work, but by the time you get done doing all that, they could bleed out in 2 minutes. By the time you get
Oh
done
my
messing around
God.
with that, they're dead.
By the
So
time I get up
plan
from
ahead.
passing out,
Yeah, plan ahead. Oh, I should probably
yeah.
have tourniquets because those are really, really important. It can save my life. I'll spend, whatever it is, and I'll get 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
All right, so we got
So-
here.
If desperate, you can use
and
a scarf or a belt
So
or
there's a
anything
myth
like
about
that.
tourniquets that you need to loosen them up frequently or at some point. No, once you put a tourniquet on, you leave it on, it stays on,
As
you
tight-
never loosen it.
As tight as possible.
You want to stop the flow of blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole idea behind a tourniquet. It's
Squeezing
going
the
to hurt,
hose.
Okay.
but you stop the flow of blood,
Okay.
and you never loosen it to check it. No, that's a myth. No, once it's on, it's on.
So tell us about, cause it is at the we're almost done. We're almost at the finish line, and I
let's
can't
do,
wait any longer.
Let's do this.
I need to hear about the tinfoil.
Not the hat, but tinfoil.
Okay, so there's a trick that's been going on. It's been passed down for years and years, passed around. I came across it in the SAR teams and other places. I think I initially picked it up from Cody Lindeen because I believe in giving credit where credit is due. This one I learned from Cody Lindeen, and I also heard it from other people as well. So let's say you're going to go to a trailhead or a campsite for the weekend, and it's not just 5 feet in. You're going to walk a mile to the. Okay, so what you do is you fill out your trip plan. You leave it behind with 2 people you trust that don't live together. Okay, you get to where you're going, you get your pack out, you get all your stuff on. Before you leave your vehicle, you take a piece of tinfoil and a towel, preferably if you have it. You put the towel on the ground, you put the tinfoil over the towel, and then you step on the tinfoil to make an impression of your footprint with your shoe on. Then you take that piece of tinfoil and put it in your dashboard. The reason you do that is because if something if something bad happens, and you either call someone, you get the word out somehow that you broke your leg, you're stuck, you need help.
Right.
Okay, so all the calls go out, SAR teams get activated, state police, local sheriff, whoever. They come in and they know, oh, they're driving a blue Silverado. Oh, okay, here's his vehicle. Think about what that scene looks like. You're not the only one there. You're not the only one who's been there for the last 6 months. Other people have been walking all around. So when we pull up, this is the vehicle. We know that's their vehicle, and that's their footprint. Now we know exactly what footprint to track, right? Because when SAR teams get there, they send out hasty teams.
Right.
They send one team out that way, one team out that way, one that way, and one that way, trying to find some kind of hint that they're in the right direction.
Right.
Save them all that time. Guys, track this set of footprints, and boom, 5 minutes, there you are.
That is an awesome trick.
That's a good one.
Great.
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
Now, do you leave your vehicle unlocked so they can get it, or do you put it on the windshield on the outside?
No, you put it on the dashboard so they can look in the windshield, through the windshield, and they can see it. They can take a picture of it, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Because they'll see the pad. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, so the whole idea is you're telling them, hey, this is what my footprint of the shoes I'm wearing looks like. This is what you want to track. Because I've been
it's almost like a fingerprint. No, that's how they catch killers.
We've been on training missions. We go on a weekend training mission with the SAR team, And we'll, when I was in the training teams, we get there the night before and kind of get everything set up. Next morning, the teams all get there. We have our coffee. We talk about what we're doing. And then someone just says, okay, we have a search. And it's training, but we don't tell them that.
Right.
So we say, okay, here's all the information on the individual. And we give them all the information. They ask the questions. We deploy hasty teams. And part of what we do in the briefing is say, and their vehicle supposedly is a white van parked at the trailhead. And more often than not, they'll just, they're making note, they're writing stuff down, but no one's looking around.
Right.
It's like, we're here, we got to call out while we're here.
Right.
Who's looking to see where the white van is?
Right.
Yeah,
and depending on the
should
team,
verify
and
that.
well, once we go through it a couple times, it clicks, and then we give all the information, and everyone's looking around. Hey, I think I see it right there. Some guys walk over. Hey, we nailed it. We got a footprint. Okay, guys, deploy the haste teams, and it's
Right.
And again, training is training and training, but make it easy for the people you're calling to find you.
Yeah,
because it can take. I've been on searches, on real world searches, where we've taken the whole weekend, and we didn't find them, and they were found later on during that week. And I've been on searches where it's taken us 5 minutes because they gave us all the information we needed to find them.
Right.
Make it easy for us. We'll find you really quick.
Wow.
Especially in the super remote areas, like you're up in Montana or Nevada or Wyoming. I mean,
that's
days
miles.
weeks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can bring, smoke flares. There's different ways to signal. I have a whole class on signaling and it's way too lengthy for the time we have here. But take the time and think, what would I do if I got lost? What could I bring with me? What do I need to know before I even get there? So plan all of these things, and you can mitigate a lot of risk before you even set foot on the trail.
Right.
And a lot of that can cross into boondocking. Who knows where you are? Tell people, send them a pin. Hey, here's where I'm going to be for the entire weekend. Yeah, I'll call you when I leave. If you don't hear from me by this time on this day, call the authorities and have them come find me because something's wrong.
Yep.
That's true.
And not just one person. Do that to a few people. Share your location. Do all the things you can. But
yes.
Do that before you even leave to get there. You're planning ahead for your own success and for your own safety.
Right.
Well, guys, we're almost at the end. So if you got any questions, let us put them in there right now, real quick, so we can go ahead and
we'll definitely have him back on because there's so much to it. And I love
especially when we're going to be doing a video about Mrs. over here camping in the tent. Yeah. So then you could critique what she did wrong or right.
Well, no, you need to give me
so Ruth, here's the deal. You want to bring tequila, and before you go in the tent, you take the tequila and you spread it on the ground. That'll keep all the bad snakes away from you.
Listen, when you kept saying that, I thought you meant it for me to drink it and I'll be so drunk that I won't care about some snakes.
Well, that's what you do with the rest of the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her and tequila. What happened?
She's just being a baby.
Where can we find you online? So good to know. I have his website right here.
Yes.
And it's
that's going to be updated very soon. Now that I have a break on working on my van.
He's got a channel. He's got his channel. He's got his YouTube channel, which is The Broken Nomad.
Yep.
Everybody go and subscribe to it. There are several Broken Nomads, so make sure it's The Broken Nomad. Because
I had no idea that was... I didn't know there was more than one.
There's others. There's, I think, Broken Nomad without the. There's another one spelled different with something at the end. So make sure that when you go find them, it's The Broken Nomad. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link right now.
Yeah, it just should be
I was
there,
like,
but
I just stuck it right
I'm
there.
gonna put it in there. I'll put it in there.
but his website, it's like I said, a bunch of wealth of information, and
there'll be a lot more articles. I've been kind of ignoring that for a while, but I'll be updating the website and updating all the links to all the different things. And I'm gonna once I start making the content for YouTube, I'm gonna be doing a number of like mini series, like quick videos on like the idea I talked about with the tinfoil. Just like,
Yep.
hey, really quick snippets of information, not an hour-long video that you're gonna forget all of it, when you're done watching it.
yeah,
A 5-minute video explaining the why behind this, and this is why you do it, and this is how you do it, and so
that's a good idea.
Okay, I put his I put all his information there.
Yeah, go subscribe. Make sure you support him.
Did you put his link
And
there?
he's gonna have it's gonna be in the description below.
Okay, we'll put his link.
So if you're watching the replay, just click there.
Yes.
And if you guys are after this live, just go right there, and the information will be there. Kevin, we appreciate you being on.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for
wait
the
a minute, wait a
information.
minute.
What?
So what are you doing to your van?
So I'm getting it up. I'm getting a Quigley 4x4 installed on the van. So I'm going to have a true, actual 4-wheel drive van, so I can get up in the mountains of Colorado and Montana and do fly fishing and getting away from the people when I want to just escape and have the woods and the wilderness. Go to what I consider my church, is just being outside alone.
Yeah.
So Kevin, I'd like to introduce you to Val. She also has a fishing channel. She loves fishing, cool. and she's single. Maybe you can take her fishing sometime.
Which one is that, Val?
Val, yes, the solo camper. She's gonna kill me.
I'll have to go find her channel and.
It'll show up here in the comments afterwards. Yeah. But
she loves to fish too. So that's.
Well, thanks for coming on. We're gonna put you down below, and we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you in a minute.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Y'all be safe out there.
Don't leave yet. We're putting you down at the bottom.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, it's that time. It went by pretty quick.
Yes, it does. It always goes by quick.
Hopefully you guys had some good information out of this.
Yes, and if you are new here, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and turn that notification to all, because we come live all the time.
Mostly every Sunday.
Well, now with the summer, and we have some events coming on.
But a little bit about our background, our channel. We left South Florida. We live in full-time in RV, and we bought property that we're going to develop. And that's kind of what our
But we like having all different types of stuff, and we're getting ready to start a series that I'm not going to tell you about because you have to wait and see, but it's going to be good. It's going to be right along the lines of this. Very informative for everyone. And thank you again to the Broken Nomad, and we hope you guys have a great week.
Yep.
We're getting ready to go back on the road, so make sure you subscribe and turn the notification on. She goes Ruthless. Well, I'm just saying, you can go fishing with. That's all. You got. I mean, you like to fish. She likes to fish.
Yes, please. Thank you. Thumbs up on the way out.
Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys being here. We know you guys can be anywhere else on a Sunday night, and we love you all.
Hasta la próxima.
Until the next time.